Now, I know you all tea lovers have been binge watching Gorgeous Doll story time about Uncle Pluto. And I must admit that the tea has been tea.
Bro, don't worry.
Don't text my phone. Don't text. Excuse me?
I don't know you, bro.
Stop fucking. Listen, at the end of the day, I promise you, on my life, on everything in my life. All you had to do was shut the up. All you had to do, you keep on with me over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're gonna I promise you, because I'm gonna teach you. I promise I'm going to teach you, bitch. You don't know me, but you just eat my...
I know all of you who love tea have been glued to Gorgeous Doll's story time about Uncle Pluto, and honestly, I have to admit, the drama is real. So, apparently Future isn't just dealing with Gorgeous Doll anymore. Word on the street is that he's still keeping an eye on Ciara and Russell Wilson. Like, doesn't he have enough going on? Doesn't he have a whole baby on the way? Allegedly, of course. But hold on. We'll get into the Ciara situation in a minute. First, let's catch up on all the mess happening with Gorgeous Doll because things have gotten wild.
We're back on Twitter? Are we back subtweeting? We haven't learned. I will never learn. But you, sir, you're just old and stubborn. Then you said album's gonna be fire. Yeah, we know. Thanks to me, duh. Thank you, gorgeous. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm not gonna say that I revived anything because, like I said, I'll give you the credit. You're a great rapper. But let's not pretend that I'm not the muse. Let's not do that.
So a few days ago, Gorgeous Doll took to social media claiming that
A few days ago, Gorgeous Doll took to social media and claimed she had been in a 5-year relationship with Future. According to her, they first met at a strip club and things got serious for a while. But over time, she realized she wasn't the only one in his life. In fact, she concluded that Future was pretty much for everybody. And girl, we could have told you that. I mean, did she really think she was the only one? We all know Future has been for the streets for years now. Anyway, she also claimed that Future sent her a gag order and some text messages that
now he's threatening to have my page deleted. So if you know, go follow my other page. But it's like, at the end of the day, babe, I will take this off TikTok and we will go to Instagram with it. Okay? I will go to Twitter with it. I will go to ever social. Listen, babe. Who are you?
basically admitted he had done her wrong. But here's the twist. She never signed an NDA, so she told him to leave her alone and even threatened to take legal action against him. She made it very clear that if he tried to come for her, she would come right back for him. In fact, she said something along the lines of, "You might win a few battles, but I'll win the war." She even hinted that she could go after him for using her as inspiration for some of his songs. Now, that's a bold move. She also spilled some tea about a Christmas party. Apparently, Future invited her, and she went, only to find him there with Des Dior, the rapper and model he was linked to between 2020 and 2021. If that wasn't enough, she claimed he once gifted her an Audemars Piguet watch, but then turned around and dissed her in a song when he found out she had been seeing someone else. And it doesn't stop there. She also said Future threatened to get her TikTok account taken down just to keep her from telling her side of the story. Oh, and let's not forget the craziest part.
Miami Police, how can I help you?
Yes, I need an officer to pull up to submit a report against her, please.
What's the address? Okay, so, and what's going on, ma'am?
So, pretty much, I have an ex who is harassing me, and he literally is harassing me on social media. My lawyer told me to call the police to document it, just because we're going to be in a lawsuit as well from all the situation.
So when did this happen?
It's been happening the past 3 days.
She alleged that she once walked in on Future in a hotel room with multiple women. Yes, you heard that right. Multiple. Now, if that's true, it's just messy on another level. The next thing we know, Gorgeous Doll is on the phone, apparently, trying to file a police report against Future. She claimed that he had been bothering her for days, and honestly, at this point, it was giving full-blown chaos. Now, you know Future wasn't going to stay quiet. He actually responded to all the allegations, but he later deleted the tweets. First, he called the whole situation childish and messy. Then he posted something like, I don't know where all this fake ex energy is coming from. I live a private life. Anything else is just clickbait.
Of course, I wouldn't want somebody to push my son. Like, that's the number one rule. Like,
I agree.
If I was a kid and my mama had a dude pushing me, I would have jumped out the stroller and slapped the
I agree. I felt the
You
same
never
way.
do that in our community.
No.
You don't even bring a man around your son. You don't even know this dude for a few months and you bring him around your kid. Who does that? Nobody does that.
As a man, he shouldn't do that. He should be like, nah, I'm not doing that.
But, he probably didn't know that she
on.
set him up. You got nannies, you got assistants around you. Anybody could have pushed a stroller. You let them people catch that photo because you know what it is. But at the end of...
And of course, he also took the opportunity to tease his new album, saying it's going to be fire. Well, Gorgeous Doll had something to say about that too. She said, "Of course it's going to be fire. It's because of me." She really made it sound like she was the inspiration for his new music. At this point, it's obvious that this drama isn't dying down anytime soon. But then, just when we thought this whole Gorgeous Doll situation was enough, we find out there's more. Allegedly, Future still hasn't moved on from Ciara, and he's back at it again. If the rumors are true, he's been bothering her and Russell Wilson.
Really found that out over the past year or so because, when I see this kid, he's only 2 years old, the most special kid. He's so sweet, so loving, always has a smile on his face, always joking around, always running around the house, And the important part about loving somebody and loving, especially as a man, being a stepfather in a situation where it's a little bit different, for sure. But ultimately, it's about loving the child because the child has an opportunity.
And Ciara is just over it. She reportedly just wants him to leave her and her husband alone. And honestly, if Future is still messing with Ciara after all these years, it's just exhausting. Like, sir, move on. If you've been keeping up, you already know this isn't his first time. Future has thrown shade at Ciara and Russell multiple times. Remember when he was asked about Ciara and Russell choosing to wait until marriage? Instead of being mature, he mocked them and said, "God told me something else. He didn't tell me to wait. I guarantee you, after we did it, we prayed." He made it sound like their decision was ridiculous, and it was just unnecessary. And that's not all. Over the years, he's made little comments here and there, taking shots at them. In fact, back in 2016, things got so bad that Ciara actually filed a lawsuit against him. She accused him of publicly shaming her as a mother and attacking her relationship with Russell just to get attention for his music. She even called him out for a radio interview where he talked about a photo of Russell pushing their son, Future Jr., in a stroller. Future apparently had a big problem with that, and he let the world know it. In her lawsuit, Ciara also brought up several other interviews where Future disrespected her and Russell. She pointed out that he even went on a Twitter rant at one point, claiming she had control issues and that he had to go through lawyers just to see his son. But Ciara wasn't having it. She made it very clear that she had done everything she could to make sure Future saw their son. According to her, he had at least 19 visits with their child from December 2014 to the time she filed the lawsuit in 2016. Some of those visits lasted several days, so she wasn't trying to keep their son away from him like he claimed. Future has made several threats toward Russell, including posting football emojis with guns pointed at them. This was one of the many things he did to make his feelings clear. He also mentioned Future's song Juice, where he raps about someone trying to mess with his baby mama, warning them that he'll come after them. Even after a lawsuit, Future didn't change his attitude. In 2019, he appeared on Apple Music's Beats One and criticized Russell for always doing what Ciara tells him to do, claiming he wasn't a real man. Then, in July 2023, when Quavo released Turn Your Click Up featuring Future, he took another shot at Russell. He rapped, "Goyard bag, tote the cutter, I got it out the field, F Russell." Future has repeatedly said his issues started when Ciara and Russell allegedly kept baby Future away from him. He also claims he didn't like how Russell was always showing off his stepdad role. Russell, however, has spoken openly about how much he loves being a stepfather. When baby Future was 2, he told Maria Shriver in an interview that he was proud to be a stepfather. In 2019, he also shared parenting advice in a BuzzFeed interview, saying that being a stepdad taught him about real love. He explained that it's easy to love your own child, but when you can love someone else's child just as much, that's what true love is. Last year, Russell talked about baby Future a lot, and reports say Future was furious when Russell gave an interview about being a bonus dad to his son. In that same interview, Russell spoke about how he fell in love with Ciara and the qualities he was looking for in a partner. Things like